retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent.
Back us on Indiegogo.
Terrifier 2! And I'm not just talking about the way Dennis looks this morning. Hello.
Oh, what's wrong? I even showered for all of you.
Thank God, it's been days. It is Mornings with the Dennis and Andy show. Oh, you thought I was going to say Mornings with Andy, but it is both. And we are going to review Terrifier 2. Uno, do. I don't know any other foreign languages for 2.
Duh.
Duh.
That which is French.
Duh.
Duh.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was. You know what was terrifying? I stayed up and watched the Green Bay Packer game last night on Amazon Prime. Who's got football? Oh, it's Amazon Prime, and it was a sad outing.
That's funny because you said it was like
terrifying as the movie almost.
You said it was terrifying and horrific, whereas I watched that same game and it was a comedy to me. It's amazing. It's like that dress where some people would say it's blue and would some say it was yellow. You saw a horror movie in that NFL Packers game, and my God, I chuckled so much. I thought I was watching a good old Ryan Reynolds movie.
Well,
Deadpool 1. It was
the
hilarious.
Packers season's over. I mean, I'm officially going to say it. Our Super Bowl was the Dallas Cowboy game. I'm just going to go there. And
Dennis, I've got a little fireplace, outdoor fireplace. So if you want to bring your Packers jersey and stuff over, we can have a little bonfire Saturday night.
Wow, already willing to burn it. I mean, one bad season, not like it's been 25 bad seasons, and one bad season, you want me to burn my shit already.
Well, yeah. That's just it. I mean, after 25, why would you? You might as well just... But I mean, this one season is really the spark that lit the flame to torch all that stuff.
So you don't want to burn your Romo jersey?
I don't have a Romo jersey.
Oh, why would that be? Because he's not even worthy of getting a jersey for.
No, my jersey says Smith on the back with a big E in front of it. So either Emmitt Smith when he's wearing it or when I'm wearing it, Exceptional Smith.
Wow, that is a really old jersey. Once again, decade and a half ago and almost 3 decades ago for Emmitt Smith.
Hey, we graduated high school the same year. We were born the same year. There's many other similarities besides the awesome last name, Dennis.
Oh.
Your last name isn't Rogers, Dennis. It's
It
Turner.
is not. It is not. Although
if it was, you'd be in a much bigger house.
I have a jersey that does say Turner.
You would be in a bigger house if your last name was Rogers and your first was Aaron and you actually played for the Green Bay Packers.
All of this would be true.
Yeah.
I would probably still be living up there. Also true.
Because you could afford a nice big house that has lots of heat to keep you toasty.
Yeah, speaking of which, I got up here, you would have died this morning because I don't have the heat on in my office. And I walked up this morning because, we actually have frost on the ground, everybody. And not like Graham, who's got mounds of snow. We just have frost. But I walked up and I'm like, it's a bit chilly up here. And I'm like, I feel like Andy. I wonder what the temperature is. 59 it was in the office.
Oh, my God. You should have had Susie come up and go, Susie, I can't tell. Is it chilly up here?
She would have walked up one stair and went, oh, I can feel it, and then turned around and went back down.
She walks up one stair and she's like, it feels like that time I trekked up Mount Everest. I'm getting colder as I walk up the steps.
I know. So it is cold. But the good news is, Andy and I, if you haven't seen it, go back and check it out. We did talk about Terrifier Uno. And we can check out a review on it. And we had to watch it. Everybody was telling us we needed to watch it, so we finally broke down. We went and watched Terrifier 2. And was it as good? It was an hour longer.
Yes. Holy crap. When I saw that thing was 2.5 hours long, I was like, you went from 84 minutes to 2.5 hours? And then I see that it was a crowd-funded movie, and I'm like, maybe those were stretch goals. If we hit this much, we'll add 15 minutes. If we hit this much, we'll add another 15 minutes. Oh,
Right?
wow.
So $215,000 on Indiegogo, even genuine. So shout out to you guys for being
Yeah, what's
on
up?
this
Oh, what's
morning.
up? Yeah, shout out
Marcus,
to Marcus.
he's not even driving
I know.
yet, so we
I
knew
know.
he
Yeah.
would be driving.
So shout out to Marcus, Randy, Genuine Comics. Hello, guys, and everybody else watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining. Like, subscribe, and share to my channel or the
This
DNA
wasn't a
Show
planned
channel.
one. We just decided after watching it, we had to talk about our terrifying experience and then let you guys know. So we did this spur of the moment, but that's fine with us.
Exactly. So let's get into Terrifier 2. The budget was definitely bigger because they could afford a Chris Jericho cameo. Um, they also had the lead actress Lauren Lavera, I believe is her name, was fantastic. She was really good. She's been in Iron Fist, so they actually got some actors in this movie that, dare I say, could act. Now you still had some other characters that I thought, like her best friend, she went to this Halloween party with. That actress was a little close to B movie student film quality acting. Um, of course, Art the Clown, played by the same guy, which is mostly just physical stuff, which works very well.
And
Um,
miming. He is good at miming.
he is good, yeah. No, the guy, people might look at that and be like, "Ooh, he's not even talking. What's the big deal?" But that is difficult.
Well, especially when he's getting stabbed with a knife. This is the funny thing. So when he does get stabbed and shot and poked and prodded, throughout all of this, he never lets out a single word. It's as if he has no voice box. You don't even hear him breathe, but he mimes everything like and that in itself is a bit creepy. You stub your toe and you're like, "Dang it." He stubs his toe and he's like,
Dude, I yank a nose hair and I cry for like at least 15 minutes. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Um,
Marcus said Jericho had to be a stretch goal. It could have been. I
you know,
don't
the
know.
funny thing
I didn't
is,
get back, so
I actually wasn't thinking that. My mind went to what if he just saw the first one and was like, holy crap, this is awesome. I would, and just maybe reached out or something. Who knows? You know?
so genuine comics is asking 2.5 hours. It's uncommon. Did it feel too long? We'll
No,
we'll talk about that as we do our review. But honestly, um,
no, it did
a,
not.
maybe a bit. There,
I
there,
don't
there,
know.
there
We
was
haven't,
there was a bit where I was like, okay, but for the most part, no. I mean, it wasn't that bad.
and Dennis and I haven't really talked about the movie since we both
Nope.
watched it individually. So I didn't feel, so Dennis says he thinks it was maybe a smidge too long. I actually didn't feel that way. If anything, for me, the story, as weird as this to say, with this type of movie, at the end of the movie, I still had questions, and I thought it was a little convoluted in areas. And I'm like, come on, you didn't like when we did our review for the first Terrifier movie. It came out 7 years ago, so if you haven't seen it, too bad. Um, you know, Art the Clown puts a gun in his mouth, and you see the back of his head get blown off and stuff. But then in the morgue, he comes back and comes back to life. This movie picks up right at that moment, and I thought they'd explain basically the origin of Art the Clown and or what he is and stuff. And I don't think they did a significant job doing that.
No, I So one of the questions that we had out of the first one was, well, is he dead? And then we heard he comes back in two. So the obvious question is, well, how does he come back? Because you literally see the bullet go through, you see the blood splatter, and then they actually show, in this one, when he comes back, you know, you see the hole in the back, you see the brain hole, you hear him going, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, so is there a supernatural component to this? That winds up being like the question. How does he do it? Is there a supernatural component? And if so, why and how does he keep coming back? Like
Right.
Michael Myers, like in the very first Halloween when he falls off the balcony and they think he's dead. And then they look down and you hear the music and you see it. I think they were going for that effect.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No, I 100% agree, except the problem is with Michael Myers, he never got hurt that bad. If you blew his head off, he'd be done.
yes.
So it was kind of a stretch, but there were other things in this movie that they did scene wise that I was like, what in the hell is going on? And I don't know if we want to get into spoilers that deep into it since it is a new movie and stuff. Um, I will say this movie focuses on art, basically stalking, focusing on this high school senior and her younger brother. What's up, Thrime? It was fun schlock.
It was, and that's as long as you guys like gore. So the thing about the first movie was it was gory.
Yep.
It wasn't so much of a jump scare or anything like that. It was gory, especially that scene with the girl that's in
Oh
the
yeah.
axe and gets hacksawed, which was just horrifically gory. And then everybody said, "Oh, you thought that was gory? You need to check out too." And I'm like,
Right.
"Well, how much worse could that be?" Oh yeah. They spent all of their $215,000, or at least 200,000 of it, on the gory special effects because they were plentiful and very well done.
They were. And they basically shot the load of, no pun intended, of their special effect budget on one specific scene, one specific kill, the way art dismantles this one person. Uh, it was basically like, what's something we can do to what's literally everything we can do to this person. Um, and the other ones in the movie, other people he killed, weren't much more over the top than in the first movie. But this one scene, and I know Dennis knows what I'm talking about,
Oh yeah.
was just like, oh, you did that? Ow. Oh, now you're doing, oh. I
And
mean,
it
just
just
when you
keeps
thought it was
going
over.
and going and going.
Yeah. Just
And
when you thought it was over.
it,
So,
the one thing I can say about what with all of that gore was this movie differed from the first one in the fact that in the first one he killed everybody. You know, this one he killed them after he made them suffer. So this
right.
movie was all about the suffering. So again, if you're of weak heart or stomach, this is not going to be a movie for you. But it was very much a typical slasher. Now it's got a twist to it because something's going on in Art's head where the clown, there's this little girl clown that appears dressed very much like him, the same bloody teeth and everything. And like you see them doing, the patty cake thing, and they're doing that. And a guy in the laundromat's looking at him and he just sees Art. So everything that this girl does is apparently in his head,
Well, you know who that girl
except
is.
for the
Hey,
fact
hey,
later you
you know
find
who
out
that
that wouldn't be the case.
you know who that girl is.
No, who is that girl?
No, I'm serious. I thought they explained it in the movie in one of the newspaper clippings, or something. One of the first murders or whatever was this young girl. That's who I thought it was.
It could
Because
be.
she looked the same age. I mean, it was a photo of a blonde haired girl, and or it might have even been a news reel type
So you're
thing.
saying that this, in the beginning, it appears to be a manifestation,
No, I
but
know, but
but later on,
my
she's
thought is
physically
maybe,
interacting.
and then what?
She's physically interacting in the second part of the movie.
I know that's another weird thing they're doing with the movie.
So
You know,
the one
because
thing that we had was this supernatural? And
right,
you got to kind of make your mind up, was it or wasn't it? But then as it starts going in, enough weird things happen and they don't explain them, and that's
right.
the problem. And I like cliffhangers where, like in Halloween, where Michael disappears and just goes away. Okay, but on this, I think they needed to do a little more explanation on a few of these different things, or
Well,
at
yeah,
least give us some kind of a hint to allow all of us fans out there to sit there and come up with our own ideas as to what it could be.
right. I mean, the main character, the girl, the older sister, um, she is, of course, attractive, and she puts on this almost Wonder Woman esque type suit to go to a Halloween party in the end
With wings, angel
with
wings.
wings. Uh, and then, this isn't really a spoiler. Art finally kidnaps her younger brother. She needs to go save him. And when her and Art meet up, they fight, of course. This is where it gets almost traditional horror movie is, this nothing size of a girl. Actually, she's 5'5", so she's not super small, but gets into a fight with Art the Clown and, can actually best him in ways. But then he basically does something to her where you're like, oh, that's it. She's toast. And then there's like some poor clowns with the circus shut down. It's no wonder they lose it. Exactly. Um, and then there's this scene of her after she gets almost basically mortally wounded, and she's in this liquid tank.
It's like a back to tank from Star
Yeah,
Wars.
and she's revisiting stuff that she saw in a vision earlier in the movie. And you're just like, what is going on? And then her wound starts to glow supernaturally. And she basically climbs up out of the tank, which was originally just basically a hole that Art pushed her into. So you never saw the opposite side of the hole, like ground or anything. You just saw her going to, oh no, wait, or did you?
No, no, because
Yeah,
it
you
was
never
lit
did.
up in red. It was like red LED lights. She gets pushed down into it, and then next thing you know, she's in there getting healed in this back to tank and starts glowing yellow.
I thought she was the girl who disappeared from that carnival place that is at the end. I mean, you just don't know. That's a problem with the storytelling. Unless for some reason after this 215, they were like, hell, if we keep our budget low and not blow all this, we could maybe do another movie or two. And maybe they do plan on having a third one. I don't, doing a trilogy where stuff's explained. I mean, I'll be honest, there's an after credit scene in this Terrifier 2, and I didn't even watch it because I didn't think there would be one. So as soon as the credits rolled, I bounced. But then
Andy
Dennis
and I
was
got
like,
into a discussion on that part. I'm like, what do you mean? They you wanted to know if it was supernatural. The ending literally explains it, and he's like, no, it doesn't. So we're arguing back and forth last night. I'm like, dude. He goes, wait, was there an after credit scene? I'm like, yes, right after the first bunch of credits. So you have to go back and watch that, and apparently you did.
no, I didn't.
Oh, damn it.
I'm
Yes, it is a totally sick, gross, and disgusting scene. And it all has to do with the survivor girl from the very first movie. It was the daughter that played Victoria. Um, Her character, the one that had gotten that killed uh, that interviewer, and with all the screwed up eyes and everything like that, and the deformed face, and she's in there and she's writing on the wall with blood. She's reaching underneath her skirt and writing art, and then writing like Vicky, whatever her name was, plus art with the big heart and everything. And then she gives birth. She sits down, and it is the most graphic way to do it. Yeah, just have to kind of see it. It's actually kind of amazing.
Okay, Dennis, here's the question. Do I need to hear it? Because I'm literally at that scene right now. So do I need to hear it, or can I just look at it silently while we're talking?
Yeah, you could probably just watch it. I would almost say show it, but we'd probably get a copyright strike.
Yeah, it's
Because,
called a copyright strike. That doesn't do anything except go, you can't monetize this.
well, it is a very interesting ending, but it does explain a little bit and sets up for the fact that there could be a twa or a
Oh, he didn't
twist.
know it either. I almost feel like I should show it.
You know what? You guys want some of the guys have seen it. Apparently, some of them may have missed it.
All right, buddy, this is for you. This is for you. Here's the last scene
It's
at
the
the
after
end.
credit.
Oh, I didn't share the audio, so I'll just. Oh well.
We'll just talk over it. Well, at least it won't echo then. So that was the nurse, and she's coming down doing her rounds
One,
to check
look
on
how
her.
hot that nurse is.
Right?
What the hell's going
I
on?
love the jack o' lantern. That's right there.
Chris
And then,
Jericho.
he wants. They must have made Halloween food, and he wants some of the eyeballs, as he calls it, to eat. Yeah, there it is.
That's Chris Jericho. So I knew he was in it. And the funny thing is, when the movie was over, I didn't even think like, hey, where was Chris Jericho?
Oh, that's really funny. I didn't even think of that. Yes, this is the. I don't think he was in at
He
all
wasn't.
on it.
I don't believe he was.
So for those of you who don't, you might have.
Oh, geez.
This feels like the Halloween 2 sequence almost, where they're in the hospital. Only there's no hot tub involved.
Oh, that is a good makeup job on her, by the way.
Yes, and they did. They got all the same actors and actresses from the first one.
Well, how do you know that's the same actress?
I can tell by the
By her
lips.
legs? What? Oh, no, those are that first actress hands for sure.
See, Vicky plus Art. See, look at those.
Oh,
lips.
that makeup job is so much better than the first one.
Oh yeah, the artwork. I mean, the special effects. Like I said, they raised a lot more money, and we stuck it all into the special effects. So she's doing a lot of screaming. Here, he wants the eyeballs.
Oh my God.
So don't remember, we did warn you
That
this was
makeup job
graphic.
is stupendous compared to the first movie.
Oh
Holy,
yes.
I mean, holy crap.
I hope he got paid minimum green actors just to be in here just because. Yes, Marcus says the money is on the screen. It is.
Oh, yeah.
So she's walking down to do her rounds. And she's not, and the other girl's actually not like screaming. She's just more like
She
yelling.
just senses something. She's like, what's that after birth smell? Is that placenta? What is that?
We know it's
So
not.
in the chat, for those that have not seen this, hold on. Type in what you think she's going to see when she walks in the room. I'm going to pause it so a few people type in, if you have not seen the movie. Thrime, do not type in if you've seen the movie. Only type in if you haven't seen it.
Well, the
What
ending,
did
not
you
the movie. Because
Yeah, well, the ending.
obviously
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't stay
No,
for
actually, Thrime never
Marvel
saw the
after
ending.
credits.
I forgot. Thrime never saw it. So if you want to
Yes.
type in, Type in what you think she sees when she enters the room. Because I already know. Dennis told me.
And that's when Andy's like, oh my God, I didn't see it. I didn't even see that at all.
Thrime says Art is a baby. Damn it. You did see this scene. All right, I'm just playing it. I can be honest, even if you didn't tell me,
Art T. Bear
it was
with
kind of easy to
drumsticks.
tell. They didn't do a good job of hiding what she's doing. Like, yeah, see, that's a student actress right there.
So I never said baby. I said the head. She gave birth to Art's head, not a baby. And look at it fall out.
So I guess he grows a body from his head.
Notice her eyes glowing yellow.
Yeah. Which yellow, and this is it, right? It's done.
Yes.
So there you go, guys. You're welcome. That is a long extra scene, right? I missed it.
And it perfectly sets up for Terrifier 2.
Don't say naughty words on our channel. Just say 3.
Oh.
What I love? You love my toi. Yeah, dude. The FX in this movie are a game up from the first one. So if you've seen the first one,
yes,
you thought they were good, go see this one.
Yeah,
all right,
the
guys.
first ones are really good B-movie type stuff. This one, it's a whole new level. There's a scene where he starts going to town with like a Negan club almost on it.
Oh, yeah.
On the body, and the way parts start caving in and what they show, and you're just like, wow. Again, this is not for the faint of heart.
Nope. Let's see if there's anything on Bounding into Comics worthwhile real quick. Alec Baldwin seeks to clear his name, files lawsuit accusing Rust Crew of responsible on-set shooting.
Yep.
Of course you
better
are,
blame
Alec.
everybody else.
Of course, you're the victim, not the person that died because you're a dumbass. It should be
Part 3 is going to be Art's head versus Chris Jericho. Art doesn't stand a chance.
No doubt. Let's see what else is here. Blizzard Entertainment to suspend all game services and sales in China.
Oh, really?
Dude, that was.
So
that
we were
was.
a little disappointed that we didn't get the gratuitous full shower scene or something.
Yeah, you kind of spoiled it for us there, Travis, by telling us there were no boobs in the movie. So when I saw that, my mind did immediately go to maybe she turns around, but then I thought, nope.
Yep.
So because that would have been nice, but nope. But that actress, I did Google her. She is actually a trained martial artist, so she like in multiple styles, so she can really go out and kick some ass. And she was in Iron Fist, which must not have been a huge role because I don't remember it that well. But yeah,
I think she was one of the girls in the dojo or something like that.
That's all I'm guessing. Yeah. Yeah, not much happening on Bounding into Comics. Let's look at celebrity.
We did see a movie. I just saw Bass Reeves up there.
Yeah.
There is a Hard to Fall. The Harder They Fall. I wound up watching that. My wife kind of picked a movie. I'm not a huge Western fan. So if you guys are big Western fans, but it's Idris Elba. It was a really good Western, and then you'll recognize a lot of the characters, a lot of the actors and actresses in it. And then all of a sudden, the Marshall's in there, and they're like, "Oh, you don't need to show us here. We know who you are, Marshall." Blah 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 blah. And then they're like, "Bass Reeves." And I'm like, "Oh no shit, Bass Reeves." So it's on Netflix right now. So if you've got Netflix, it was a solid movie. Might have to watch it and do a review on it, but it was enjoyable. And I'm not even a Western fan.
That's right, he's not. But speaking of movies, Sean Penn lends Vladimir Zelensky his Oscar statuette during Cringeworthy Exchange. I watched it. It was so cringeworthy. I mean, oh, I know. Hey, Dennis, I just won an Eisner Award. I'm going to go over to Ukraine and give it to Zelensky because that's so important during a war. If nothing more tells you how much bogus this war is, it's this type of garbage from these idiots over here. And even the fact that Zelensky would take the time out to meet with these people. If you're in the middle of a war, your country's being attacked, you should not be meeting with anybody except military advisors.
Right, and this isn't like a one-off. This is a constant thing. He's out doing meetings. They've actually got pictures of him at the club dancing and all of this while the war is going on. I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
So back to the campaign. We're going to close out with this. Randy has a question, and I've mulled this over. I haven't talked it over with Dennis, but any Black Friday deals? Now, I thought about, well, what if we did do something on Black Friday where we do, lower the price of a shirt, or maybe pick a cover and lower the price of that cover. I don't know if that's cool because other backers would be like, I get it's Black Friday, but I already paid. Now, you can say that about Black Friday. If I go out and buy a TV on Wednesday and the same TV is that much cheaper on Friday, then I'm like, what the hell? So I mean, I don't know. I don't want backers to be like, you son of a bitch. You know what I mean, Dennis?
No, I'm kind of there with you. My first thought would be no. The only thing that I would possibly say, and I don't know, we've kind of been talking a little bit, is if we could offer something new, like a new item or a new
Right.
something, then it would be something cool to do just for Black Friday. But I would feel bad, if just putting myself in as a consumer. I just went and spent all this money on your campaign, no matter whatever it is I backed. But if I would have waited for Black Friday, I could have got it all in there. The point is, we want everybody to be treated fairly from beginning, to end.
Right.
The exception would be like when we did our launch and you got that special, Bud Root line variant, stuff like that.
Right. Right.
But just to put something down and discount it, and if I were then, I'd be like, screw it. I think I'll just refund it and reback it now. That's a lot of work, and that screws up with Indiegogo, and we all know Indiegogo's got issues. I just don't think it's worthwhile.
Yeah. So there you go. I did think of an idea, but as everything, I like it to be a surprise, so I'll mention it to Dennis when we're done doing this. I thought of one idea that doesn't screw anybody over. So, okay. My Kor-Drath, The Reckoning, we are still at 69,239, wanting to get to that stretch goal of 70,000, so everybody gets... I should have this... I should really take a page from Graham, put a mini print up for sale. I could possibly do that. Let's see. We hit 70,000 and everybody gets, I gotta look at my little thumbnails here. So I click the right one. The map, get the map, get the map, get the map, get the map. Yes, everybody will get the Shattered Reach map once we hit, 70,000 bucks. 70,000 bucks. Everybody gets the Shattered Reach map, nice 7x10 printed on cardstock type paper, just like all my mini prints. So let's get us there so we can unlock that map finally. And then at 80,000, front and back of the Lilith playable character card. So we want to get there as well to get that stretch goal unlocked for you guys. And of course, there's more stretch goals after that. Lots of fun stuff in the campaign. The map is cool. Thank you very much, Thrime. I hope you've backed it. If you haven't, now's your chance. Read the book, play the game. This is a 24-page Kor-Drath The Reckoning game module Dennis is writing. It is a playable game. You can already play Kor-Drath and Adriana as those stretch goals are unlocked. So, boom, there you go. Or you can play your characters you've created for other games of this edition, 5th edition SRD compatible. The cover art for it is almost done. It is by Bart Sears. There is his pencil sketch that he is going to be inking, and we will shoot over to Dan Lawless for colors. So you can see what the cover is going to look like in a way. I also have this page I just finished a few days ago. I've finished another one since then, but it's not scanned. This page is now finished. Kor-Drath taking his Jarl, his leader, his father, Gorkin, back to the camp to get looked at. We finally get to see Adriana in the book. She's introduced. She's all about the magic. She's like, oh, it's magic. I know. So she's going to work some of her womanly magic on our man here. This was fun to draw just because I like doing little panels like this. Basically, somebody on Twitter even was like, oh, it's a pretty cool thing with those 4 panels. And from a storytelling standpoint, it's like in a movie when they do the rapid fire cuts to different shots real quick. And that's what it is. You see these plants next to him, and it's like, oh, what's happening? It's starting to wilt. Oh, Kor-Drath is looking tired. Ew, what is that black goopy stuff? The plants are totally wilted. She's tired. He's tired. Oh, does that explain a little bit about the, oh, it's magic. It does. So there you go, explaining a little more about the magic in the book. So get the book, play the game. It's all available right now on this wonderful campaign. Please go check it out. Randy says, oh yeah, womanly magic. I've got pages 2, 3, 4, 5 up right now for you to read. 1 and 6 might be going up as well for you to read. Oh yeah, I'd hit myself in the balls on purpose so she can cure me.
Me too.
I hit myself on the balls on purpose on Wednesdays because Dennis is great at massages. And get one of both shirts. Exactly.
Get both. Don't get one. You guys wanted Budroot's shirt, so we added it just for you.
That's right. And you're like, Budroot shirt? What do you mean? I mean this. Right there. Oh, look at that. All right, guys, we got to blow out of here because I got to take my daughter to work. And I don't mean my job.
Watch the movie. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe buttons to both our channels. Links and stuff will be down below. And then catch us on Wednesday.
Wednesday at 3:30? Wednesday at 3:30 with my buddy and Dennis's Rob Hunter. We're going to be talking about Black Panther spoilerific review of Black Panther. All right, guys, we'll see you Wednesday. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye, everybody.